Could use a rest either way. A single spell casting. Actually no, not even that. So we definitely need to push our charisma higher. Hey, can I just enter there now?
Well met.
Someone tried to kill me in the market district. You know the markets aren't safe area. There've already been 12 murders since winter. Perhaps it's time I talk to your father and Officer Ganneling about assigning you a bodyguard. In the meantime, stay out of trouble, alright? Inner halls. If you are unwilling to wait patiently for him here, I will inform your father that he will find you pacing the inner halls. Okay. I might be able to listen in on that location. Technically I wouldn't be interrupting them, but I would at least be doing something. Don't mind me, just here for that. No. I'm just thinking, do I actually need to interrupt him or not? Well, nothing seems to be happening so far. Just seems odd for the game to imply that waiting is an option and then not have it as an option. We could try to get there. What is that? Potential of Varhoon's quarters. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea to break in. So we need the knock spell, really. Maybe a couple of uses of it. Or have a thief join our party and then come here.
Hello there.
Well met.
Your father entered the estate grounds a short while ago, so... But he's also in a meeting. Yeah, I'm going to go and interrupt the... How can I use this? Information construct. As you approach the gigantic construct standing before you, its eyes light up in a bright green glow. It looks toward you, the lights in its eyes flickering rapidly. Greetings, Imperial Citizen Veria Wilkinson, daughter of Ocaria Wilkinson, Imperial Magistrate of Gara, construct what is it? 17 Imperial Information Construct at your service. How may I be of assistance? What exactly are you? The lights of the construct eyes glow a dim violet color. Construct 17 Imperial Information Construct, fueled by power of control stone, located within the walls of the Imperial Grand Hall. Construct's eyes return to their initial green coloring. Construct 17 at your service. Veria Wilkinson, daughter of Ocaris Wilkinson. How may I be of assistance? Tell me about the city. Soft white. Imperial colony of Garak, approximate population 1700. Northernmost city of Saraka Rakan Empire, primary trade in imports from southern cities of Empire. Construct's eyes return to their initial green coloring. Fine. Tell me about the Imperial District. Blue. Imperial District founded upon consolidation of Garak by the Sarakan Empire, houses 4 Imperial settlers of the city, overseen by Okaris Wilkinson. Market District. Orange. Market District, most heavily populated district of Garak, small Imperial garrison maintained in Market District, but primary rule placed in hands of local merchant lords. Construct's eyes darken slightly. Maria Wilkinson residency located east of Imperial District at Imperial Estate, manor home of Okaris Wilkinson, magistrate of Garak. Sarakan Empire. Yellow. Sarakan Empire, founded in 1320 by Rakha the Magnificent, High Emperor of Saraka. Imperial doctrine to unite Aberan under one supreme reign of peace. Right. Isn't particularly useful. Right, we're going to have to try to interrupt the meeting because this is dull. Vorkas, Harkon, Karis. Your father does not notice your entrance, as he seems quite preoccupied in conversation with the human man standing before him. So Harkon, tell me, have you and your sorceress determined the nature of this gem? You notice the man speaking with your father. He's the same fellow you saw in the market district earlier today, during the strange appearance of that mysterious prophet. It appears to be some sort of artifact from the lost age of Garis, Magistrate of Garis. I have never seen such a wondrous piece of magical craftsmanship in all my days of service to Saraka. Other man in the chamber, an aged man who carries himself with the poise of one who has seen many years of battle, begins to speak. Okaris, you must tell us where you managed to find this marble. A troubled expression appears on your father's face, quite uncharacteristic of his usual confident demeanor. It was brought to this city just last week by a group of men campaigning in the north against rebel forces. The reports state that the troops came upon a strange excavation site flying the colors of the Crimson Prophet. Under orders to engage all enemy forces they encountered, my men naturally stopped to investigate. They found the site in disarray, however. It seems some treachery was at work among the miners of the site. Many bodies lay strewn about, apparently slain by their fellow workers. Those who yet lived were said to have gone quite mad, speaking little more than scattered gibberish. My men were able to easily secure the site and set about determining the cause behind this strange occurrence. Within the heart of the excavation site, my men found a mine shaft leading far below the depths of the nearby hills to a decrepit old ruin. They claim it was filled with all manner of strange devices unseen in this day and age. The gem was found among the scattered debris in the ruins, shining with an unnatural light. No one knew quite what to make of it, and I was contacted to determine what should be done with their find. Knowing that Emperor Raka has always taken a keen interest in relics from the ancient days, I ordered my men to return the gem here, and so it came to be in my possession. You notice your father's face grow more concerned. I have since come to regret bringing it here, however, for this gem seems to be having a rather strange effect on all who come into contact with it. A man named Harkon nods his head knowingly. These artifacts from the Golden Age often have strange effects on those who encounter them, for their potent magic is unlike any seen in this age. Your father shakes his head. No, this is different. I have seen it for myself. The gem seems to put thoughts in the heads of those who are near its presence. Dark, terrible visions. Not long after returning the gem to the city, the patrol which found it was sent back out on duty. They complained of dark dreams haunting their sleep and strange behavior among their fellow men. Within a matter of days, we lost all contact with the patrol and have seen no sign of them since. At the time, I put the incident down to coincidence, but I've since began to doubt that assumption. One of our sorcerers, Kiva, was asked to research the gem in an attempt to discern its power. He had scarcely begun work on it when he was struck with a strange madness. I was forced to cast Kiva into our dungeons, for he did not seem himself anymore. After that, I ordered the gem to be locked away in the Imperial Treasury and contacted you to aid me with this matter. The aged man pats Akaris on the shoulder fondly. And a good decision that was, my old friend. Don't worry, we shall get to the bottom of this matter. Your father nods, but he still seems uncomfortable. I imagine if anyone is equipped to handle this situation, it would be you and your men, Warkas. But I would ask that you be careful in your handling of this relic, for it seems to have a rather disturbing effect on all who come in contact with it. Just be on your guard. Archon seems to have grown bored with your father's warnings. Well, Okaris, if you would simply turn the gem over to me, I could take it back to Zantara and properly inspect it. The father seems to consider the human man's offer, but shakes his head slowly. No, Harkon, I would not feel comfortable sending this gem to Zantara, at least not until we know its true purpose. Harkon seems a bit angry at Okaris' refusal. I'm a high sorcerer of Raka, Okaris, and my own counsel. I will take on what we are equipped to handle. The father's eyes harden. And I am still the ruler of this city, Harkon, and you will do well to remember that. I say we keep the gem here until we know more about it. Harkon shakes his hands at the magistrate. You are being a fool, Okaris. Do you know what the Crimson Prophet has been sighted here in Garax recently? I know, for I was there to witness it. Yes, I had heard of the sighting, but rest assured I have made arrangements which will keep the city well protected against any danger the Prophet may pose to us. You trust too much in the defenses of Garak, Okaris. Now quit being so stubborn, allow me to take that gem. Raka will assuredly be interested in learning its true nature. Your father turns a steely gaze toward Harkon. I have made my decision on this matter, Harkon, and you may either respect it or you may leave. The choice is yours. The other man motions for his companions to ease their argument. Please, let us not allow this situation to escalate any further. We're all friends here, remember. Harkon, why don't you allow Akaris and I a bit of privacy? I would like to speak with the magistrate alone. Harkon looks back and forth between the two men, seemingly quite unhappy with the turn of events. As you wish, Warkas. I believe I have seen enough here today as it is. Apparently still in quite a flurry over your father's decision, Harkon turns without another word and exits the chamber. Harkon storms angrily from the chamber. Your father lets out a long sigh. I have to say I'm not too terribly sorry to see him go. I never much cared for that fellow. I can certainly understand your sentiment, Okaris, for Harkon has never been the most subtle of personalities, but he is still a high sorcerer of Raka, and it is foolish to anger them too greatly. And you do not seem quite yourself either. I have to say I'm a bit concerned over your reluctance to hand over this gem to Harkon myself. The aged man turns his eyes wearily upon your father. Is there something you aren't telling me, my old friend? Your father smiles weakly. I should have known better than to try and mislead you, Forecast. You know my mind only too well. If you want to know the truth, I have begun to consider ridding Garak of that foul gem's presence once and for all, and I may have made arrangements which will allow me to do just that. That may be unwise, Okaris. Despite your personal feelings regarding this gem, if it is as corrupting as you claim, it may be quite dangerous if it were to fall in the wrong hands. Your father's eyes grow angry with surprising quickness. Do you think I have not thought of that, Vorkas? Of course I have, but I feel it would be more dangerous to keep it. Please, Vorkas, in all the long years we have been friends, have you known me to make a decision rashly? You must trust me on this. It is for the best. The man known as Vorkas nods reluctantly. Very well, my old friend. I can see that no words of mine will change your mind, so I shall leave it in your hands. Just be cautious, Okaris. Vorkas pauses for a long moment, seemingly lost in thought before resuming. Is everything else all right, Okaris? You seem pale, distraught, very uncharacteristic of you. Tell me, my friend, what troubles you so? Okaris sighs, his shoulders slumping once more. It's my daughter, Vorkas. I worry that I have somehow placed her in danger, and I don't know what to do about it. You trouble yourself too greatly over Veria, Okaris. I'm sure a fine young woman such as she can take care of herself. I'm not so sure. I received a report that Veria was attacked by assassins right here in Garak. Seems someone plans to make a move on me, and Veria may be in grave danger because of it. I've always had enemies, Okaris, as do all who carry the burden of the Empire's purpose in the northern reaches. You cannot blame yourself. But if you are truly concerned over your daughter's safety, you could send her to join us in Zandhara. You know I would be more than willing to accept her into our ranks. The father places his hand under his chin, pondering Vorkas's words. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps the time has come for Veria to leave this city and fight her own destiny. It's just that I'm loath to let her go. She's all I have left of my wife, and the only thing remaining which we share together, the only family I still have among me. That worried look passes over your father's face once more. Vorkas, if something happens to me, I want you to promise me you'll take Veria with you. Keep her safe. Vorkas nods, his eyes narrowing in concern. Of course, Okaris. You know that I would, but you worry too much. I'm sure you're going to be just fine, unless there is still remaining something you aren't telling me. Your father appears uncomfortable at Vorkas's words, and his eyes roam uneasily around the chamber. He catches sight of you for the first time and gives you a weak grin. Well now, look at this. My daughter has arrived, safe and out of harm's reach. A good sign indeed. I wish we could speak more of them at the moment, Vorkas, but I would like to have some time alone with Veria. Perhaps we can speak further on this matter at a later time. But for now, I would like some time to myself. Vorkas pauses, looking at Okaris for a long moment, as though searching for some sort of clue to the magistrate's elusive answer. Finally, he nods his head and bows. As you wish, Okaris. Speak with your daughter and we shall save these matters for another day. Now, I have other affairs which I must attend to here in the city, so I bid you farewell for the moment. Your father and the man known as Vorkas clasp hands, nodding silently to one another in the fashion of old friends. Farewell, Vorkas. May Rakha keep you safe from harm and guide your path. The same to you, my old friend. The same to you. With that, Vorkas departs from the chamber, leaving you alone with your father.
I bid you hello.
Your father rises from his seat slowly, his face appearing tired and haggard in the dim light of the chamber. He smiles at you, but you sense that it is a forced smile and that he is truly quite terrified underneath it. He places his hands gently upon your shoulders. Glad to see you safe and sound, Veria, for I had received word that you were beset by assassins in the market district. I'm fine, just a bit shaken up. Well, you're safe now, that's all that matters. Don't worry, we will get to the bottom of this assassination attempt and take vengeance upon any who would dare strike against my daughter. In any event, I am pleased to see you escape such a danger unscathed. You mean so much to me, Veria, even if I do not always show it in the best manner. I want you to know that. I know, Father. I know you do. Your father smiles again, and this time it seems more genuine. Glad you understand. And I know this has been a trying time for you as well as me. Do you think we could make more time to spend with one another? The rift between us has grown far too large, and I would very much like to remedy that. Let's do that. I would like that. Okaris nods and smiles. Good. We shall do so from this day forth. From now on, I promise I will make more time for you and I... Your father straightens his poise, his eyes clearing as they look into yours solemnly. Veria, I need you to listen to what I have to say next very closely, for it is of great importance to both you and I. Garak may be facing dark days, and I have begun preparations to ensure your safety. The attack on you in the market district only enforces my worries that you may not be safe within the city for much longer. In the meantime, I want you to exercise great caution, for I would be crushed if something were to happen to you. I'm not sure I want to reveal how much of the conversation I overheard. What kind of danger are we in? I don't know. I don't have any answers yet, but I mean to get to the bottom of this. I have arranged for a meeting of sorts, one which I have been promised will shed some light on the nature of this gem we've uncovered and bring peace to Garak. If all goes well, we will be able to sleep at ease this evening. If not, well, it's better not to think of that outcome. A meeting with whom? Your father's glance darts nervously around the room, his eyes full of paranoid fear. It is not safe to speak further of this matter. You must simply trust me. If all goes well, we will be able to sleep at ease this evening. If not, well, it's better not to think of that outcome. You don't sound confident in this meeting. Well, it may be dangerous, that is all. I do not yet know what the outcome will be, but it is worth it if I can sleep easy, knowing the city of Garak, as well as you, my daughter, are safe from harm. If all goes well, we will be able to sleep at ease this evening. Very well, Father. I shall trust to your judgment. Karis nods. Good. It heartens me to know I have your support in this matter. And it goes a long way towards easing my concern. If it will ensure your safety, it is worth doing. Yeah, but it's sometimes isn't. I feel like he's doing something incredibly stupid just because he's worried about my safety. I must go now, Veria, for my meeting is to begin soon, and I must depart these halls while no prying eyes lie in watch. I want you to stay clear of our home at the Imperial Estate for a bit, at least until I send for you, telling you it is safe to return. My meeting does not go well, it It would be better if you were not there. Very well, father. I shall respect your wishes. Be careful, my daughter. I will send for you when I'm sure it is safe for you to return home, but until that time I ask that you please avoid the estate. Just as he turns to leave, your father looks back at you one last time. I want you to know how proud I am of you. Remember that. I I know, father. Thank you. Your father gives you a heartfelt smile, and you feel at ease around him for the first time in months. It is a nice feeling, and one you hope to hold on for the rest of his life, probably. With that, your father leaves the chamber, heading toward his mysterious meeting. You are left only with your thoughts and the warning of your father. I need to get access to a knock spell. This would be great. I might be able to do lockpicking myself too. I haven't really looked. No, that would be rogue. I have some access to rogue abilities, but not every one of them. Still, what exactly am I supposed to do now? Not like there's much to do here.
Well met.
Marcus Albright approaches you quickly. It's good that I have found you, Veria, for it seems you are in grave danger. What is it? During my investigation into the assassination attempt against you, I have uncovered some strong clues pointing toward Michael Ravenclaw, a rather dangerous half-elf with ties to several roguish groups. Rumor has it Mikhail is planning an attempt on you and your father's lives in the near future, so time may be running short. Mikhail Ravenclaw would dare strike against my family? It appears so, though I share your skepticism that he would do so without incentive. It may get proved that someone else is pulling Mikhail's strings, but I have yet to uncover who that person could be. We must stop Mikhail before any more harm is inflicted and any other accomplices in this matter be revealed. Only then will I feel comforted that your lives are safe from danger. What do you propose we do? I would like you to travel with me to confront Mikhail at the Ravenclaw Tavern in the Market District. We may be able to resolve this without bloodshed, but the threat against Magistrate Okaris must be ended. Yeah, let's play Mikhail a little visit. Mikhail Ravenclaw's plans must be stopped before they come to fruition. I would like to accompany you to Ravenclaw's Tavern, where we may discover the nature of his plans. Very well, let's be on our way. Lead the way, Veria. I will lend what aid I can in this affair. Do you have any equipment? Yes, you have a great sword, which is great. But I'm not sure, his armor class isn't amazing by any means. Oh, it's solid actually. It's solid. But 19 is nothing to be too proud of. I mean, I have 17 and I have a shitty armor. We'll see, we'll see. Do you know any other skills besides this two-handed sword? He is gaining a minor attack bonus if he uses that, and it's a solid high damage weapon, but he will not survive if he's going to be the center of attention.
Greetings.
Why is Mylock still here? It was just a NPC for one specific purpose. Why are you still here?
What do you want?
Not that it matters too much. How are we gonna get past the guard? As you approach, you notice the half-orc guarding the door is a large, muscular brute. The massive axe in his hand appears to have seen quite a bit of action in its time. The large half-orc looks at you closely as you come nearer, confusion in his eyes. You look familiar, like someone I was supposed to look for. What do you want? Well, we definitely have to bribe or persuade. Let's go persuasion. I have been here before on business with Mikhail Ravenclaw. You don't remember me? The half-orc scratches his head in confusion. Maybe so. Alright, you can pass, but do not try anything foolish. The half-orc motions for you to enter through the door behind him. Similar guards. Similar guards. He isn't particularly good either. Please follow me.
Now just wait right there and don't move a muscle until I say. You just follow me and stay close.
Sort of want to have him here at this stage.
Now
So if we have to fight, I can withdraw here.
There, and don't move a muscle until I say.
Salutations.
The half-elven man claps his hand as you draw near. I must say I'm quite impressed that you have managed to track me down, Veria. You have proven quite resourceful, a trait I admire. I imagine I know why you're here, but if you are a woman of reason, I would ask that you give me a chance to speak. He's buying time, probably, but we're here for information. What could you possibly have to say that would interest me? I know you are angry that I tried to have you killed, and rightfully so. However, I have grown wearisome of my current situation, and wish to seek an end to our current conflict. I'm willing to call a truce with you, so long as you do the same for me. In return, I can tell you the identity of your true enemy, the man who wishes to see both you and your father dead. He could be lying, but at the same time, we are here for this information. We are also going to loot everything we can, regardless of the outcome, so see if we can verify any of it. What do you have in mind for a truce? Simply that I no longer send my men to attack you, while in return you agree not to seek retribution against me. I believe that is fair enough, don't you? Don't really trust him, certainly not. I don't want to swear anything. And he's already sent someone to murder me, so why in the hell would I make a deal with him? Still, the information he is offering me is much more valuable than his life. Alright, I will uphold my end of the truce as long as you do the same. Good. Now I will fulfill my part of our bargain and tell you who seeks your death. If you should betray this information to anyone, I warn you that I will deny any knowledge of it. If your word proves true, I will keep your involvement secret. I was hired by Chancellor Varhoon, a close aide of your father's, if I am not mistaken. It seems he wishes to end your family's line and inherit the city of Gara for himself. We'll have to try to verify it. I can't exactly move on his words. I mean, it's not a proof, and he's already said he will deny all knowledge of it. Why have you betrayed Varhoon's trust? This Chancellor Varhoon has not proven himself worthy of my time. He has forfeited on his contract for your assassination, and I no longer care to deal with this worm. You may do as you like with this information. I hope that we can put our past grievances aside, for I do not wish your father or yourself any further harm. I would suggest that you confront this Varhoon with all haste, however, for it seems he has plans in place against your father. I may be running short, for I do believe he wishes to make his move swiftly. We absolutely must have verification on this. Also, we have an option to betray him immediately. I mean, I still don't trust him at all, but at the same time, I'm not really gaining much from this either. He could be buying time for all I know. He knows his plans could be interrupted. So if I leave him here, he has time to act on it. At the same time, if his plan was always to kill me and my father, why wouldn't he just attack me here? He doesn't have to make a deal. I don't believe you. You're just trying to pin the blame. Why? What do I have against you? You're just a magistrate's daughter. Here, do you want proof that Chancellor Verhoon is one behind this? Let me give you your stinking proof. Kale pulls a letter from his breast pocket and thrusts it toward you with a sneer. As you unfold it, you notice that while there's no signature at the bottom, the handwriting does indeed look very similar to the Chancellor's. Well, this at least gives his claims some credence, enough that I will leave the issue at this point. Thank you, Mikhail. I'll trouble you no further. Good. Now I believe our business is done for the moment, so I shall bid you farewell. Go warn Captain Anagril of Varhoon's treachery before it's too late. We'll just have to take the damage then. And you missed. Why isn't he helping me? He has power attack and a two-handed weapon. What do you suggest we do next? I have to admit, I'm quite surprised to learn that a high-ranked Imperial officer such as Chancellor Barhoon would be involved in a matter like this. I believe we're going to have to confront the Chancellor on this issue. So he has an option where he is not assisting me now, but he was never assisting me. Why won't you fucking assist me, you piece of crap? I haven't. Yeah, this is gonna take forever for me to bash through this, while he could do it with a one hit or two. I just don't get it. The AI is terrible as it is, so why remove useful options from it? I mean, they have the dialogue options in the tactics for you to disable this helping thing if you dislike it. So why in the hell would you not just allow it? Ooh, you can at least order him to pick the lock.
I have finished with this.
That's useful. Rogue's Ring. Disable traps, open locks. Ooh. If I can put a single point in open locks, that's probably only useful by rogue. But I have use item skills, so I can use it. These are rations and money. So the next level up must put 1 point in open locks, no matter what. Maybe disable traps too. It won't amount to much, but it's something. Surely you won't object me to bashing open all these doors and
Let's take
Jess
him
here.
down.
This is beyond me. I can't do this. This is beyond me. I can't do this.
This cannot be destroyed.
This is beyond me. This is beyond. This is beyond me. I can't do this.
Yeah. So
Hello?
possibly we could pick his pockets to get the key.
Hello?
I'm gonna take a look at the piece of paper. This letter, found in Mikhail Ravenclaw's possession, reads, Mikhail, I know that you and I have not had much to do with one another in the past, but I would like to remedy that situation. You see, I'm in the position of needing some less desirable aid, and I do believe you can assist me in the matter. I wish to bring an end to the troublesome magistrate of Karis and his bratty child, for they alone stand in my path of ruling Garak. If you can arrange for the magistrate's child to be assassinated, I am willing to pay you a hefty amount of gold, more than you could ever dream of. In addition, once I come to rule the city, you and I can speak further regarding more profitable opportunities. In the meantime, I intend to take care of Magistrate Okaris. I have an especially gruesome fate in store for him, a fitting end to his reign of self-righteousness. I do not believe I have to tell you the importance of keeping this matter secret. When the deed is done, I will contact you further. The letter is unsigned, but you notice the handwriting is that of Chancellor Barhoon, your father's aide in city affairs. Seems like it's so fucking vague too, not mention of any numbers or anything. Who would take this type of a contract? No.
All right, crew. Let's take them down.
Couple hundred extra gold, nothing new. I was hoping I could pick this. I mean, not pick it, but pick his pocket. I wonder if it's at all possible. I mean, my stealth skill isn't exactly stellar. We still have a theoretical chance though, and I intend to see it through. But I think stealth is the biggest problem at the moment, because while my pickpocketing skills aren't exactly great, maybe around 50% of even the attempts is detected, so maybe even more. So it doesn't matter what the pickpocketing skill itself is, I will never succeed in this unless I either become a better stealther or just get invisibility. One or the other. Why a critical failure? You fucking shitting me. I only need a 13, but I'm getting values below 10 only. Well. 1, 12, 11. Just give it to me. Not like this is gonna end until I get the 13, so... And this is the failure of the pickpocketing system. Because it's binary that you either succeed or fail, and there's nothing in between that, it encourages just loading constantly. Reloading and reloading and reloading. And if you fail so badly that you get detected, there's no going back from that. You have to kill. Ten. In a better designed system, this would have been decided on the first attempt. Could have given me a clear indication of what's possible and what's impossible, and that's it. There's a good chance I can't even steal the key.
Taste of my wrath!
So, even more of a waste of time.
Perish as you should!
Isn't this exciting gameplay? Super exciting. It also sucks because it's fairly unclear what is needed for stealth attempts, yeah, 7 stealth attempts to really work. So there's no indication of what part the stealth even functions here. You have no idea what are they detecting you or not. Do they have what percentage they're detecting you with and or not. It's just it's dice rolls, but it's also invisible dice rolls in addition to the visible pickpocketing dice roll. So it's just horrible layers of shit. No items or gold, so it was all worthless anyway. That's the best part. Cherry on the shit sundae. Right, we're going to go back into the grand hall or whatever it is and try to get evidence. The piece of paper isn't convincing anyone. And similar to his handwriting isn't exactly all that impressive either. In reality, it could be anyone's. Someone paid. A criminal will have a forger in their ranks. They didn't even have to forge a signature. This is concern and basis for more investigation, certainly. But I wouldn't want to accuse anyone based on this. Hopefully you are willing to bash open some things for me. I forgot to look if there's a knockdown scroll I could buy. We'll have to... yeah, we need to get access to discs too. We'll have to reopen the possibility that they're gonna use the city's defenses, magical defenses, to basically screw us over. So I need access to the city defense guidebook at this stage.
I will attempt it.
There's nothing here. It strikes you that you could start a fire in the Chancellor's room, perhaps causing him to leave the chambers. Doing so would be rather dangerous and reckless act, however. So we more or less would like him to leave so we can get access to the disc. Starting a fire seems a little bit reckless, yes. Because we only need an excuse for him to leave the room, that's it. Best part is there's no way for me to actually lockpick that, so we're just gonna bash the door, bash the table to pieces anyway. It's not like we can hide that fact that we have to use.
I have finished with this.
Measure 13, the Control Stone. The Control Stone is a device unlike any other ever created here in Garak. Its tremendous power has been utilized for many extraordinary purposes. The grandest of these achievements is certainly the impervious shield we can summon over the district gates in the unlikely event we ever come under attack. In addition, the stone has been used extensively for the purpose of animating magical constructs to aid in menial tasks of labor, allowing our Imperial citizens a simple time to pursue more fitting pursuits. Activation of the control stone is quite simple. The simple arcane phrase Milak Navak is all that is needed to summon forth the stone's power. Though, of course, we have placed runes of warding to prevent any improper use. High Sorcerer Ziram has been placed in charge of the Control Stone's usage, so should you need to utilize its abilities, please speak with him. Only he can give you the proper rune combination to pass through its protections and command the power of the stone. Be wary of tampering with the stone in any unlawful fashion. The sorceries at work within are quite potent, and if unleashed could prove quite destructive and dangerous. I'll take that. The command word might still be useful. Should we ask him about the gym? What do you know of the strange gem my father discovered?
Ah, yes, that they did. It's currently locked away in the Imperial Treasury, and Magistrate Okaris refuses to let anyone inside to examine it. I hope he shall change his mind ere too long, for I would very much like to take a look at it. I'm not sure exactly where they surfaced that marble at, but even from this chamber I can feel its massive power humming away. Perhaps it is some lost artifact from the ancient days of the Golden Age. Now that would be a find indeed.
Why has my father locked this jewel away?
That I have not quite figured out. He seems to fear his find for reasons that elude me. Your father is a warrior at heart though, so they have little understanding of such things as this.
This is bad. They're keeping. I understand why they're keeping the information secret, but it also leads to the problem that everyone is very curious about it and wants to interact with it, but they don't know why they shouldn't. So it's just inevitable that's gonna come to a bad end. I mean, I understand that your standard issue guards aren't told things, but that's pretty much the highest ranking magical officer in this side, and he doesn't know about it either. So if something happens to my father here, is there anyone part of this regular administration that knows why it's been locked there?
This is beyond me. I can't do this.
Yeah, so you need a key. That's my issue with... I don't have a key to this one either. So even if I could lure him away, would that help something? Might have to talk with him first. I mean, the game has made it obvious that there's at least reasonable suspicion the Chancellor is behind this. He is clearly jealous of the power my father holds. He does not like me. No items or gold. So...
I greet you.
Chancellor Varhoon, Chancellor of Garak, second in command only to your father, does not even bother. Okay. I think you and I need to have a little talk about Mikhail Ravenclaw. Varhoon turns his glance up to you quickly, the light reflecting off his lenses resembling burning flames.
Do not come here to banter with me, girl. Speak your piece and be done with it.
I have a letter here that I believe was written by you, one arranging for my death.
So, you think to expose me? Me? I have been responsible for every great achievement in this city while your father takes all the credit. I'll not stand for it anymore. Oh no, I won't.
What have you planned against my father?
Oh, just a little surprise, but you won't live long enough to see it.
Suddenly, Varhoon begins chanting, and you hear the doors to his chamber clang shut, trapping you inside.
This little spell should keep things quiet while I deal with you.
Seriously? He has an increased armor class, so that's something. Still, there isn't all that much I can do. Shield, Globe of Invulnerability. Quasit. There isn't all that much I can do. I don't think he can really hurt me. Key. Armor bonus +1, spell resistance. Varhoon Stone, ruined. This strange stone covered in runes for summoning small impish creatures was ruined during your fight with Varhoon. It does not appear to have been made from any standard Imperial material. Adept Stab, armor class, light, mage armor, magic missile, ray of frost. There's a lot of uses per day. 3 for light, 2 for mage armor, 5 for magic missile, and unlimited uses for rays of frost. I can probably use it, yes. This letter, found amidst the belongings of Chancellor Varhoon of Garak, reads, Chancellor, I write in response to your plea for aid with your current dilemma. It seems both you and I have a great desire to see an end to the rule of Magistrate Okaris, a thorn in both our sides. I have devised a plan in which we may rid ourselves of the Magistrate once and for all, one which we will discuss in further detail upon my arrival. Should you hear of an appearance by a prophet, garbed in red, be prepared to take matters into your own hands immediately. Beyond that, you may choose how else to serve your own advancement in the Imperial ranks. Just be certain to use discretion, as it would not do for our plans to be revealed prematurely. Remember, should the prophet in red appear, it is imperative that Okaris does not live to see the next dawn. If you serve us well, we may be able to find other purposes to which we can apply your skills. Unsigned letter.
Well met.
Captain Anagril appears quite concerned over the events which have transpired in the Grand Hall today.
So Varhoon has betrayed the Empire. I will confess the Chancellor was not the easiest chap to get along with, but he always seemed very devoted to Saragha. I wonder if we'll ever know his purpose now. I have placed my men on high alert, and it might be best if you warn your father to be wary for a bit longer. Just in case Varhoon has set any trouble into motion, I suggest going to the magistrate as soon as possible.
Except that was precisely what I was never supposed to do, so why the fuck are...
Please leave hurry to Akaris, Veria. It would be a terrible tragedy if something were to happen to the magistrate.
I have no idea if he's just an idiot. Or if the game is trying to railroad me heavily into going there to see my father getting killed or some idiotic thing like that. Subtlety is not the game's strong point. Probably should rest. We have plenty of food. I think I'll go to my father's and whatever is going to happen there, that's going to be the end of it, end of things this time.
I'm glad we were able to bring justice to that treacherous worm, but my heart remains uneasy. I fear we have not seen the end of his foul machinations. I'm going to investigate matters a bit further and see what I may uncover. For the meantime, you should go warn your father in case Varhoon has set in motion some dire plan. Wish you luck, and I shall pray for Raka to keep both you and your father safe. Please hurry and warn your father, for it would be a great tragedy if some ill fate were to befall either of you.
Marcus turns and heads quickly away. So you're sending me into the likely trouble spot and just failing. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Carry weight is becoming a problem. I'm not sure if the power shield is so convenient to have though. Maybe I should give it to Marcus. I mean, it's only a few hundred gold lost, potentially. And the two other people that might be potential companions, they would not use the power shield anyway. I suppose I could use it. I mean, I can use the shield, and if I don't want to cast anything, there's no reason not to use it. Items don't... it's not gonna hurt item use in any way. There's only 2 extra armor class at the expense of spellcasting becoming impossible. Well, reliable spellcasting becoming impossible. As you approach the steps to your home, you suddenly have a terrifying premonition that all is not well. The guard standing before your home salute as you approach. Welcome back, Madame Veria. Your father entered a short while ago ordering that none were to pass the doors to the estate, not even you. But if truth be told, I do not think the magistrate has been himself of late, and he had a strange expression on his face. To be honest, I'm a bit worried about him. Madame Veria, will you enter the estate and make sure your father is all right? We have been hearing strange noises from within, and fear that all may not be well. Yes, I will do it. Do just... The words are brought to a halt as you notice a strange red medallion lying near your feet. You stoop down to pick it up. Now what could this be? Suddenly you see a small puff of smoke rise from the steps of your home, and the feeling of dread grows ever stronger. You feel a brisk intake of wind surrounding you, and find yourself knocked to the ground as a great ball of fire erupts from the manor. assuredly killing anyone inside, including your father. Just as you feel yourself slipping into unconsciousness, you weakly manage to gaze up toward the ruined doors of your home. The last sight to meet your eyes before darkness overcomes you completely is that of the Crimson Prophet emerging from the fiery wreckage, his eyes burning like flaming embers. You attempt to speak, though your efforts are in vain. The Crimson Prophet looks upon you with his soulless gaze, but you no longer see him as you succumb to the darkness which surrounds you. Through the fog of darkness, you hear a sinister voice speak.
I take it your meeting did not go as planned, Master. Indeed it did not. The Magistrate Okaris Wilkinson has paid the price for it. He was a fool not to heed my warning. It matters not. I do not need Okaris' aid for this task. We shall simply have to take matters into our own hands. If Garak must fall in fire and blood, so be it. The assault on the city has begun, and all shall tremble at the terrible might of the followers of the Crimson Path. Soon, my faithful, we shall stand victorious. Now I have other affairs I must attend to in this city. That which was stolen from us must be recovered at all costs. Rakha was a fool to think he could ever stand against me.
And what of the magistrate's child? What shall we do with her? You feel the burning eyes of the Crimson Prophet turn upon you.
Rid me of this nuisance. Let the entire line of Wilkinsons perish, as a lesson to all who would stand against us.
As you wish, Master. Your word is my command.
Now be quick about it. You and your men must join the others in razing this city to the ground. Leave none alive. Let all who stand by the Sarkhan Empire be consumed by the flames of war.
As the Crimson Prophet weaves a spell to carry him away, your eyes open weakly to the sight of one of his fanatic followers standing above you, massive axe held high up over your head. The fanatical Crimson follower sneers at you.
Child of Okaris Wilson, I take your life for the glory of the Crimson Prophet.
You steel yourself for the blow of the axe, but it never comes. Just as the Crimson follower prepares to bring his weapon down upon your neck, a crossbow bolt suddenly bursts through his throat, killing him instantly. Marcus Albright, a man you know well from the market district, comes rushing forward in full plate, his crossbow still in hand.
By Raka's will, you shall not lay another hand upon that girl. Hurry up, get back. Get to safety. You shall not meet your end at the hands of the Crimson Prophet.
Dropping his crossbow to his side, the armored man unsheathes his massive great sword and turns to the Crimson followers.
Come, foul serpents, come to your deaths.
Several deaths. They're okay, I guess. Problem with fighting like this is that I'll never get the experience. So I'd appreciate if these guys would actually be my party members instead of just random They also didn't even have they had 5% chance per strike of hitting me.
Yes, hello.
Marcus wears the mark of concern as you approach. The man extends his hand to help you stand straight as your knees buckle slightly from the stress of all that has happened in the last few moments.
Are you alright, Beria? Can you stand?
Shake the confusion from your mind. Marcus? Marcus Albright?
Yes, it is I, Beria. Take a moment to recover your wits, for you seem to have been through a terrible ordeal.
Suddenly, it all comes back to you. Your father's worried expressions, the strange red medallion, the explosion of your father's estate. My father's dead, isn't he? Marcus nods grimly, and you notice an expression of sorrow upon his face.
Yes, I believe he is. There is little left of the Imperial estate. There is no way he could have survived. Judging from what I have seen there, it seems Crimson Prophet has orchestrated this attack against your family. Now he sends his legions to destroy Garak once and for all.
Why would the Crimson Prophet kill my father?
The Prophet likely saw your father as an ideal target, for his motives have always been to strike chaos into the heart of the Sharakan Empire.
Remain silent.
The followers of the Crimson Prophet have begun an invasion into Garak, and you be assured that these fanatics shall not stop until all within the city are dead. It is imperative that you reach a place of safety, and I may be able to aid you in this matter.
Where do you suggest we go?
I would like to take you to my ship, the Voyager, waiting at the dock of the city. There I believe you will be safe from danger, at least until I have time to figure out how best to keep you out of harm's reach. Will you allow me to accompany you to the Voyager? It should prove a safe haven for you for the time being.
I would like for you to come with me.
I'm glad you have agreed to let me aid you. Come, let us be on our way.
We're definitely not going to the ship, though. That's ridiculous. We're gonna aid in the defense of the city. Securing golems is the primary goal now. Seems the Imperial District has already suffered greatly at the hands of the Crimson Prophet. It lies in ruins and ashes all around you. Where are the golems? Everyone but my group is doing killing, so we're not getting anything from any of the fighting. It's a big problem in the long term.
Well met.
Hurry, you're alive, thank the gods. I received word of a great explosion at the Imperial Estate, but I'm afraid we have only now had the opportunity to come investigate. Tell me though, where is Magistrate Okaris? Why is your father not in your company?
My father's dead. The blast you heard claimed his life. The captain's shoulders slumped visibly.
The Magistrate is dead? This only makes matters worse. I fear Garak may be seeing its darkest hour. Area disaster has fallen upon our city. I should have seen the warning signs, but it has been so peaceful here of late. I suppose my instincts are not what they used to be. Now I fear all of Garak may suffer for it. It began with a group of men arriving at the Grand Hall, claiming to be visiting sorcerers from the south. I thought they seemed a bit unusual, but I had little understanding of the arcane, and Zira believed their words. A short while later, I received word from Officer Ganoling that strange ships were seen just off the docks, and he was concerned they may prove hostile. I ordered most of my men to the market district in case these worries held any merit. A mistake I would soon regret. It seems we have been victim to a rather clever assault upon our city. As soon as my forces were depleted, the sorcerers murdered Ziram and took possession of the control stone. I took what men I had and tried to fight them, but I'm afraid we were driven back. They have used the control stone to seal off the gates of the market district, cutting me off from my men and trapping us with the imperial citizens in this district. I fear we are all in great danger, for now our forces are divided and we have no escape from the imperial district. If nothing is done, we may find ourselves doomed.
These fanatical barbarians entered the market district a short while ago, no doubt being granted access by the sorcerers in the Grand Hall. They quickly took to slaughtering all who stood in their path. Time is growing short. The enemy seems to have retreated to the Grand Hall for now, but should they return, I do not have the strength to stand against them. The Control Stone is our only hope of escape. While it is still in the hands of our enemy, we cannot lower the seal around the district gates, trapped within our own walls. Right. We must regain power over the Control Stone. If we can regain mastery over the Control Stone or somehow destroy it, we should be able to lower the seal on the gates. If by either strength or stealth we can enter the Grand Hall, we may be able to regain mastery of the Control Stone. It will likely prove quite difficult, but I believe that is our only chance of escaping this trap. If you wish, I can lead an attack on the gates in an attempt to buy you some time. With luck, the enemy will be distracted long enough to allow you ample opportunity to enter the Grand Hall. If the enemy outnumbers us considerably and a direct assault will be dangerous, it might be wisest to try and discover a safer route into the Grand Hall. Either way, I offer my aid to you. This Magistrate Okaris is now gone. My sword is at your command, Veria. What do you wish me to do? Is there anyone else who may aid us? You may wish to visit the Imperial Academy and speak with the survivors in hiding there. Perhaps one of them will be able to give assistance. Those rangers were trapped within the Imperial District along with us, and lent their aid in ensuring our people escaped to the Academy safely. One of them went after the enemy into the Grand Hall, but his companion remained at the Imperial Academy. I do not know the identities of these men, but they seem to be our allies. Perhaps they can assist us in our task. His Magistrate Okaris is now gone. Is there any other way into the Grand Hall? I have heard rumors that a secret passage was constructed beneath the Grand Hall, but I do not have knowledge of where its entrances may lie. Your father was likely the only one who knew for sure. Since Magistrate Okaris is now gone, my... same shit. I'll scout ahead. Wait here for my return. Very well. May Raka guide and keep you safe. It's a good place to end anyway. What? Did I get another amulet? Crimson Medallion. This strange medallion, a blood-red stone encased upon its chain, bears a small inscription upon its surface which reads, "Long is the road we tread, dark as the blackest night, though a sea of blood so red, its end hidden from sight. May the Prophet guide our path."